Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen looked modern. It looked specific. It had a clear identity. Real Madrid, on the other hand, they've been successful, but often with a less defined tactical approach. So now that Alonso is stepping into one of the biggest jobs in world football, what will his Real Madrid actually look like? It's hard to overstate just how impressive Alonso's work at Leverkusen really was. When he took charge, just a couple months into the 2022 to 2023 season, the club was sitting 17th in the Bundesliga. Fast forward 18 months, and he ended Bayern's 11-year dominance by winning the title. But this wasn't just about winning. It was how they won. A 3-4-2-1 system, thoughtful build-up play, sharp central progression, and explosive width from wingbacks like Alejandro Grimaldo and Jeremy Frimpong. That led many to believe Alonso would copy-paste this formula at Real Madrid. But it's more complicated than that. Even during his short spell at Leverkusen, Alonso constantly evolved. Early on, he focused on defense, tightening Leverkusen's backline and turning them into a dangerous counter-attacking side. That alone pulled them out of relegation trouble and into the Europa League. Then came the next phase. He built a more patient, possession-dominant team. With smart signings, his side exploded offensively, scoring 2 or more goals in each of their first 15 games on their way to the title. And even after that, Alonso kept tweaking things, different formations, new ideas, all built around getting the best out of the players at his disposal. This kind of pragmatism could be exactly what Real Madrid needs. You see, managers who stick rigidly to one system often fail at Madrid. Just look at Carlo Ancelotti. He became the longest-serving manager of the 21st century at the club because he evolved. In 2022, he won the Champions League using a 4-3-3 to unleash Benzema and Vinicius Jr. Then, in 2024, he adapted to a 4-4-2 diamond to get the best out of Jude Bellingham and won it again. Alonso? He's thinking the same way. In his first press conference, he said, "Football asks you to be flexible and dynamic. Whether it's with 4 or 3 defenders is something we'll see." What Alonso cares about most aren't formations, but principles. His teams are built around one key idea: control. Sometimes that means having the ball. Other times, it's about controlling the game without it. Leverkusen were masters at this. With sharp positioning and aggressive counter-pressing, they averaged just over 5 possessions won in the attacking third per game, the highest in the Bundesliga. And that's not just defense, it's attack, because winning the ball high creates instant chances, or at least keeps your team camped in the opponent's half. And here's the challenge for Alonso. Real Madrid struggled in this exact area last season. In La Liga, they were shaky at the back, conceding an average of just over 1 expected goal per 90. In the Champions League, even worse, 1.6 expected goals per 90, the 19th worst in the competition. Sure, injuries played a part, but the real problem started up front. Real finally got Kylian Mbappe, after years of chasing. But even before he arrived, there were warning signs. Some coaches reportedly predicted the team would concede 15 more goals per season, simply due to Mbappe's lack of pressing. And while Mbappe did deliver, becoming the first player to score 40 goals in his debut season, Madrid's lack of defensive work hurt them in big games. Arsenal passed out from the back with ease in both legs of the Champions League quarter-finals. Barcelona dominated all 4 Clásicos across the season. And this isn't just a Mbappe problem. Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Bellingham, all of them have to take responsibility. In fact, Madrid only ranked 7th in La Liga for high regains. So here's where Alonso's real test begins. At Leverkusen, he had a young, hungry squad, ready to buy into his vision. At Madrid, he's dealing with global superstars, egos, Ballon d'Or hopefuls, getting this team to press, to stay disciplined, to control games with and without the ball. That might be the hardest challenge of all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives on the biggest stories in world football.